So, Ari, what were your priorities for the show?
The priorities for this show, I wanted to show where Tracey's been, her heritage, where she's come from, the fact that she transcends trauma, whether that's sexual abuse or abortion, and surgery, of course. I also wanted to showcase that she's a serious painter. She is up there with sort of the big boys and those men and those expressionist painters as well. She's sort
Big boys?
The big boys, yeah, you know what I mean, you know, the big boys. She competes with them.
Yes,
and quite
but
rightly.
it was something late, even if she said no.
Yeah,
she was
really,
painting
yes.
on small scales and never showing really.
Yeah.
We could
I don't
see
think
that
she had
in
the
Florence,
confidence.
no?
She didn't have the confidence originally. She was really on a roll with painting at the Royal College and studying her master's in painting.
But when did the confidence come?
I think after Venice. It was after
What
Venice,
year?
2007. She worked on large-scale paintings, and then again in really 2009, 2010, and then again, seriously, after her mother passed away, she took a year off and just did no interviews and just focused on painting and upscaling
So what year
bronzes.
was it?
2016. Yeah.
But
So
the
2017.
first we see here, the first large one is 2018, I think, no?
In this show? Yes, I think so. But she made larger, that size canvas. She worked on that scale. Again, in 2009 when I first started, she was working on that scale. But it would only be a couple. She was enjoying the craftsmanship of the embroidery, but it came to a point where...
She was doing it
She was
herself?
doing it, and she would have friends doing it as well, but there was no stitch that she couldn't do if someone else was doing it, and she would oversee everything. But the point is that she wasn't challenging herself enough. She doesn't disregard that, so there's so many embroideries and blankets in this show. They're a really important part of her sort of practice. But it came to a point where she had to challenge herself even more, even further. She didn't want to rely on anyone else to make her work. She wanted to challenge herself. And painting, you are alone. It's just myself and her in the studio, but it is her hand touching the canvas. And that challenge of, she's like a whirling dervish in that studio, screaming at the canvases. I've got videos on my Instagram of her slapping the canvases.
I need one video.
I've got them. She punctured the canvas on occasion. And now, since her surgery, it's a different mood, different sensitivity. Yes, there's moments of her whirling around and screaming, and I have to pick her up and move her around and hide canvases. That's still there, but rarely. There could be 6 months where she doesn't paint. She doesn't pick up a paintbrush. And that's why I respect her, is because she doesn't force herself to do anything. If there's a show coming up, she won't paint for the sake of painting. She paints because she needs, there's something to get out. There's sort of exercising this right, this sort of exploration of getting and throwing it down. She can paint a pretty picture with her eyes closed.
And the hanging is very dramatic.
The hanging here.
Yeah, you made it on purpose.
Yes, it's dramatic. I mean, you're dealing with really sort of hardcore subjects. You're dealing with, trauma. And so you need space, you need focus, and the lighting just emphasizes that. You need time to process. And we've deliberately not included many wall texts because Tracey doesn't want to tell people how to feel. And what is important, you read the labels, which have the title of the paintings. That says enough. For example, I was too young to be carrying her ashes. You just see this figure carrying a box, but when you read the title, you know it's her carrying her mother's ashes. So it's important to read the ashes. We encourage. It's important for people to read the titles of the works, and her work is about the dialogue between the viewer and the artwork. It's
and
not
can we just to finish speak about the how do you say, the roller coaster?
Roller coaster, yeah.
I didn't know this piece.
Yeah, it's a brilliant work. So again, that was inspired. It's called It's Not the Way I'd Like to Die. She hates roller coasters. I think she went on one once. Actually, I've been on one with one. It was hilarious in Paris. After her mother passed away, we sort of cheered her up and was like, let's go on this ride. But that roller coaster is sort of, it echoes a very, very famous roller coaster in Margate, where she grew up, called the Scenic Railway, which is Europe's oldest wooden roller coaster. So it's a take on that, and it's called It's Not the Way I'd Like to Die, because she has a fear of these things. So that room where the roller coaster is about heritage, not just growing up in Margate, but it's about her Turkish Cypriot heritage. So you even see a film projected behind this roller coaster, which is actually, you think it's Margate, but it's not. It's her and her father in the sea in Turkey. And then you have a painting of this beach scene, this recent painting of Tracey laying on this almost a beach with her stoma mark and this line that you follow, and it's her urostomy bag, which acts like an anchor in this seascape. So yeah, the roller coaster. It's only the third time it's been exhibited as well.
Because it's more about her life than her death, in fact.
Yeah, that's
because her life is very much about roller
Yeah.
coaster.
And triumphant moments and sort of overcoming trauma.
And why didn't she come today?
Today she needs to rest. So it's a different Tracey that we have today. She has to focus. A private view is a really intense event for her. There's going to be 1,800 people here that have RSVP'd. 1,800 people tonight, and
She will come tonight?
She's coming tonight, but I'm going to sort of try and keep people away from her. But it's a tent, and she needs the headspace to enjoy it. This isn't going to happen again. A show like this, especially in the UK, this is a rare occasion where she needs to enjoy it and have a smile on her face. And so it worked with the Zoom. She was happy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup.